Hello, welcome to your mid-January 2023 reading for the sign of Capricorn. You got a 10 of spades. I'm going to put it back in. Anyway, welcome to my channel. If this is the first time to my channel, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Appreciate your support and glad to see you. So we're going to open up a general inquiry for Capricorn. This would be mid-January. Okay, insistence here. Mid-January 2023. We're looking at a general inquiry. What does Capricorn need to know for mid-January 2023? Cards of advice, and then we'll just jump right into it. No messing around, because the cards aren't really messing around. So why should I mess around, right? Okay. Yeah, pretty much done. Okay, let's see what your first two cards say here. Jack of Spades, Three of Hearts. You could be dealing with a younger air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini with that Jack of Spades. The Jack of Spades is also, it's the card that comes out when the person I'm reading for, or the sign I'm reading for, is feeling a little distressed. You can almost interpret that as paranoia, honestly. I don't like to use that word because I think sometimes people take offense at that. It triggers people. But it's either that or you're dealing with a younger air sign that has like a hidden agenda. So on the outside they're very, on the up and up, and they seem very friendly and cordial, but on the inside there's something going on, and they could have a hidden agenda, a bit of mischievousness about them. Now with the Three of Hearts, it's a third party energy. I'm not necessarily picking up romance off the bat here, but it's about a decision that pulls you in two different directions. You know what? Now that I've kind of gone over the general feeling of those two cards, I'm feeling like you're trying to decide between two things and you're not trusting your feelings. That's what I'm getting there. So let's go ahead and look at your next card. The Four of Spades. Things are very secure and solid in the home. Your lifestyle is not in jeopardy in any way. This is also the card that tells me you came out of a period of stress because you're in a period of stress relief, in whatever form that takes. Usually it's monetary. Monetary. I meant to say material, but monetary kind of slipped out. It could be emotional as well, but it's more to do with the tangible day-to-day living and, how you're able to function and pay your bills and that kind of thing. The Three of Spades, though, you're still worried about something. This is worry and physical stress and mental stress. Maybe it's because of whatever was stressing you out before. The worry is still there, even though you're physically okay. You know what I mean? Huh. It's kind of some troublesome energies going on here. This Six of Diamonds. So this tells me you got options and opportunities coming your way to take better financial responsibility. So there seems to be a focus on finances. I was kind of picking that up with the Four of Spades. I think that's why monetary came out of my mouth before I even thought about it. Maybe that's what some of the stress is about. And this decision you're trying to make, I don't know if you're trying to maybe decide between two courses of action to increase your income or for jobs. Maybe you're looking at two different jobs or career paths. And you're just not sure where to go. But this is a very positive sign with this. Financial responsibility basically means that you're paying off debts, you're taking care of business, you're able to pay your bills, of course, maybe upgrade, make repairs. It's more of the practical matters as opposed to lavish spending and traveling and craziness. Four of Hearts. You're feeling very supported and connected, though, whatever's going on here. It still has to do with the home, the lifestyle. You have a lot of support around you. Feeling taken care of, loved, that kind of thing. Okay, more cards for Capricorn for mid-January 2023. Seven of Hearts. This is a little bit of broken heart energy. So someone or something might have let you down. You might be still going through that, because this would more or less be kind of your present situation. It's about people not coming through, or things being really, really good in the beginning and then quickly going south, and turning into a big loss or disappointment on some level, and it affects you emotionally. That's the important thing. There's not anger necessarily wrapped up with that. It's more about the sadness of it. Oh, good God. I can't take all those. A lot of queens, though. Let's see if those queens come. Okay, then we'll take this one. The Nine of Clubs. Something completed here that you're feeling very content about. It's about some kind of achievement. Interesting. Sorry, that pause there. My door was closing, and I think the heat came on, and it sucked the door shut. So it kind of freaked me out. Anyway, balance, contentment, satisfaction, all rolled up into one. Sometimes this is about a promotion, like at a job, or something you've been working towards, and you've made progress. Certainly a lot of different types of emotion coming out here and feeling. I mean, you've got this worry and stress and indecision, but on the other hand, you feel very satisfied. This could be about career, because again, I feel like there's more focus here with the home, your stability, your income, your finances, especially with the fours, but we're going to keep going before we make any assumptions. And cards for Capricorn, Six of Clubs. You've got opportunities here for personal growth. Personal growth can take the form of finances for sure. Career, mental, emotional, also maybe spiritual or physical. Personal growth means you are in a period of maturing in some way. You know, getting a little bit wiser, gaining some insight. Maturity. So there is a lot going on for sure. I think your last few readings have been kind of, if I remember, they were very much like all over the place, things not being settled, chaos. There was definitely stuff about finances and needing to watch your spending. So it kind of goes along with the flow of this. The Eight of Hearts. So you're spending a lot of time with family and friends, celebrating, going out, being very social. This is the socialization card. So you still have this very active social life that's fulfilling you in some way. It's also the potential with the Eight of Hearts to meet somebody special, if you haven't already. Someone who's going to be very significant in your life. So despite your worries, you're going out and having a good time. Nine of Hearts, something completed here that was a wish fulfillment. Could have been the end of a relationship, could have been the end of a bad job situation. Nonetheless, it's completed, it's behind you, and it fulfilled you on a deep level. It was very much something you desired. So let's go ahead and look at your cards of advice. Queen of there's one behind it, sorry. Queen of Clubs. Five of Diamonds. Queen of Clubs is a fire sign energy, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. The Five of Diamonds talks about changes in your finances as a result of negotiations or settlements. So you could be negotiating with a fire sign. Somebody who has a little bit of a power. A power, is that a word? It's the combination of authority and power. A power. Somebody has a little bit of authority over you in some sense. I mean, it could have been like an employer, like a resignation scenario, and you agreed to a certain final paycheck, for example, or some kind of severance. Um, hmm. Again, I just want to mention the Five of Diamonds also focuses on financial responsibility. So I'm not really sure how that's going to play out. But let's go ahead and look at more cards of advice. Perhaps you need to bargain with a fire sign. Maybe that's what it's pointing to. And it doesn't have to be female just because it's queen. There's my disclaimer. I forgot to mention it. Yeah, things are still up in the air with you with the colorized joker. This is also the magician card. So I see the hand of the universe kind of coming in and possibly changing the scenarios for you. I always see that as positive, though, not like making things worse for you necessarily, but things are very unsettled still, and you have kind of the magic of the universe. Now, sometimes that magician energy can be like the result of you putting some kind of effort in. So in other words, you perform the magic. It's kind of transformative, right? It transforms a situation, it can transform a person, it can just kind of turn things around. So now you have the Eight of Diamonds. Now you could be looking at some kind of entrepreneurial pursuit with this. This is about hard work, time, and effort paying off, reaping the rewards big time, especially financially. So in the cards of advice, you may be being nudged in this direction of being on your own in some form. Maybe some kind of business, business that you want to start up, or I'm also kind of reading. There's some kind of individuality, solo effort that has to do with finances, income, like maybe finding a completely new type of income without anybody else's help and finding it. It's like maybe coming up with a new idea. Huh. Let's keep going and see what this card says. Again, the focus on the lifestyle, the home, is very, very secure. This is contentment and balance. There's not much else to say about it. But actually what the theme I'm seeing here is there's a little bit of worry about your lifestyle. So that seems to be your focus, Capricorn, is making sure that it is secure, that it's solid. The steps up here seem to be saying, if you take these steps, it's going to lead to this. And so then you don't have anything to worry about. Now, it's not like the greatest outcome necessarily, but it apparently is very important to you. So we're not going to minimize that, even though it's not exciting. But I mean, if I was going to just summarize that really quickly, I would just kind of say, allow the universe to come in and work its magic. Put a lot of time, hard work, effort towards something that you're building on your own, whatever form that takes. If you're not the small business type of person, you're not going to be doing that. It's just about going for something on your own. Maybe even in a work situation, just kind of maybe going for a promotion, going into a different department. I mean, but it's really your idea, and it's really something that you kind of navigate and you control, and you have that power to do that. Now, with this, I just want to say, if it's not a fire sign you're dealing with necessarily, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, it's also the card of someone being generous and having a lot of very solid practical guidance and being supportive. Maybe you need to negotiate. What am I trying to say with this? You need to negotiate with somebody's generosity. Because that Five of Diamonds is a change in financial situations, but there's some kind of negotiation or settlement involved. So I'm just trying to trying to fathom what this would be. Like, maybe this is an ex-spouse that you need to deal with, or somebody else. I mean, like an ex-employer. Nonetheless, it's somebody you feel like has a little bit more power and authority over you, and there's some kind of negotiation that needs to take place to get you here before it closes. Like I said, it's not too exciting, that outcome there, but I think it's important nonetheless, and it's something you need to strive for. That's the message. Sorry, that's the message you're getting anyway. I'm gonna get some tea. What other cards of advice does Capricorn need for mid-January 2023? If you've had a birthday, by the way, happy birthday. We're almost at the end of the Capricorn season. I'm not sure when it switches to Aquarius, actually. I'm not sure of the date, but I mean, we just came out of your season there. The Seven of Spades. So this is about truth being revealed. I mean, this truth could be from the, an external truth, something about a situation or somebody else, or it could be an internal truth. Let's keep going with that, because I'm not quite sure where that's going to be headed. Honestly, when I do these cards of advice, I usually get like a message this way and then a separate one this way, so it's kind of dualistic. That's the way I sense that it comes out. Oh God, I can't do the whole deck. Just funny when that happens. Like, really? Seriously? I'm not going to be on here for a couple hours. Oh, the Ten of Spades. This is something, now, it is a completion and the end of a cycle. The end of a chapter in your life. When I see this come in cards of advice, I see this as behind you. This is not something coming your way necessarily. It is a major loss. It's a there was a grieving process, a healing process with this. Perhaps there was some kind of truth like revealed around that. I don't know. More cards of advice, please. I do think that's something you've come out of, because I didn't see any of that down here, which is good to know. Two of Hearts, desire for companionship, harmony, and balance. Usually deals with just, the relationship between two people, not necessarily like a whole family unit. Some kind of realization coming out of this loss, perhaps. Oh, sorry. This with the Seven of Spades, revealing some kind of realization that has to do with a partnership. So this Ten of Spades could have been the end of a relationship. Perhaps you're desiring, you're coming to the realization that you're desiring the companionship back. Whether that means the old person or a new person, I'm not sure, but I'm kind of getting it. It's kind of going that way. I'm going to ask for another card of advice though to clarify. The loss, probably not career. I'm not sensing that's about career. Five of Spades. Good grief. That is just amazing. So these are the two cards about breaking up and separating. Yeah, that's what that Ten of Spades was about. It was about a breakup. It's a focus around the breakup is the Five of Spades part. The physical separation is the Five of Hearts. So I definitely think this was the end of a relationship that's over. With the Ten of Spades, I don't think there's necessarily anything revealed about that, because it's all in the past. I think this is about you realizing something, or a truth. Something that wasn't obvious to you before. And the Two of Hearts is about the desire for that companionship. I mean, if I was going to guess, I would almost say, I was going to throw this out there. I mean, maybe you're missing that connection. Even though it was this is pretty devastating. This is like traumatic. And in some contexts, this can actually mean physical death. So if you lost a spouse or a partner because they passed away, my condolences. I mean, it could very much be that you're missing them with this Two of Hearts. That's pretty heavy energy right there. Very sad. I'm going to ask for another card of advice so we're not ending on that. That's not a good way to end the reading. Yeah. Okay. One more card of advice at least. Maybe a couple. Maybe up into a couple. And not half the deck. See, that's half the deck. Nope. Okay. Jack of Diamonds. Oh. Could have been a younger earth sign you were involved with, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. This could be you. It could be about inexperience around money. When I see this as, just the person being represented who's listening to this reading, this would be your inexperience. You're kind of like out of your element. You're having to deal with situations that you're not used to. But the Diamonds does emphasize monetary, tangible assets, money, certainly monetary dealings, that kind of thing. It's like you're having to deal with financial, what's the word I'm looking for, challenges, for example, that you're not used to dealing with. It could be on the heels of that, the end of that relationship, now that you don't have that other person to help you deal with, or manage, and I'm going to say deal, but manage, that's a better word, manage these financial challenges. It could be just as simple as somebody paying the bills for you. It doesn't have to be that you're in this big financial hole that you're trying to dig yourself out of. Although I kind of see, again, I see that you're worried about things back here, right? And there's some kind of decisions you're trying to make, and you're not trusting your intuition, or you're not trusting your inner guidance on that. But you have great potential here to take financial responsibility. And then here with this Queen of Clubs, I almost see that as the person who's being generous to you. Sorry, I keep choking here. With that Queen of Clubs. And either there's going to be a change, or you need to encourage a change, a negotiation, a settlement of some kind. I mean, it's kind of off topic with the past relationship. I don't think it's connected to that. Nonetheless, you are in this like kind of green, nervous, inexperienced financial situation. I kind of see that as the highlight. I think I'm going to end it there because it is getting a little bit convoluted. You just have a lot of different themes going on here, which is fine. But for the purposes of a general reading, I think it can just get a little bit too, in and out different, in and out different rooms that I just can't go on that long, unfortunately. But the bottom line is you're being encouraged to pursue something on your own that's going to reap the rewards here. It's going to bring this stability into your home, your lifestyle, whatever situation that is. And you kind of have to leave it up to the universe. And yes, right now, it's going to look like things aren't settled and they're up in the air and there's a lot of unknowns around this. But it seems to me that there's an indication of some unforeseen element, magic, literally coming your way. It's going to transform the situation. And you still are very much in this space of not knowing how to deal with your finances. I think that's the crux of the matter. On the heels of this loss. And perhaps you didn't realize that, prior to the loss, but now that truth has come out. That you really can't manage this stuff on your own, or you're having great challenges with it, great difficulties. Okay, Capricorn, thank you for joining me. I hope this was helpful. Hope it gave you some insights. If you would like to see when the next reading comes out, go ahead and hit subscribe notifications. I also want to mention I've had a couple of very generous donations at Buy Me a Coffee. If you're feeling generous and you're able and you want to make a small donation, I don't monopolize my YouTube. I can't. I'm not able to. I don't make a dime off of any of this. But if you're feeling like you want to show some appreciation that way, go ahead at the end of the description box. You can copy and paste that link. Buy me a coffee or tea, because I actually drink tea. Here we go. Paste that into your browser to take you right to the site. Okay? And I would really, really appreciate it. I'm trying to get in the habit of mentioning that. I don't think in the past year I've ever mentioned it. And I think it's about time, wouldn't you say? Okay. Take care until I see you again.